Grand Rising, good people. Are you ready for the Astro-Weather week? August 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Sagittarius, Capricorn, and maybe a little tiny piece of the Aquarius Moon. Let's explore Big E Astrology. Grand Rising and Awakenings. How you feeling? I'm Eric Taylor with the Astro-Weather Week Report, Big E Astrology. We are looking at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern on this wild Monday. The moon's in Sagittarius, 17 degrees, so finish up around 23 degrees. And, a little after 12 p.m. tomorrow, we'll get to that Capricorn moon. So that means you'll basically have it, Tuesday, half of Tuesday, Wednesday, and majority of Thursday. We'll have to see, right before midnight get to the Aquarius moon. But then, the Aquarius full moon is Saturday, 17 degrees. Go watch my video. That's up on YouTube. I put that out. So we got a good week, Obviously, I got coffee talk this Saturday. Virgo solar eclipse, Pisces lunar eclipse. All right. You can always go to my website, sign up and book it there. It's not up there yet. I think wifey will put it up today or tomorrow. But email me directly if you want to come. 2 hours, $22. Eric@BigEAstrology.com. Okay. If you can't make it live, it's still worth paying the $22 and get the recording, because you're going to learn about these powerful energies on August 23rd, Virgo solar eclipse, and September 7th, Pisces lunar eclipse. There's a lot of energy. We got a lot of changes coming. September 1st, Saturn goes back into Pisces. I'll be talking about that at Coffee Talk this month later on, the mini Coffee Talk. So come to Coffee Talk. Eric@BigEAstrology.com. You can pay Cash App, $BigEAstro. PayPal's a friend, tailored to you, coaching@gmail.com, the number 2, the letter U, or even Zelle, but just email me, okay? So we came off the Sun Moon trine. The Sun is in the second decan, Sun, Leo, Sagittarius decan, and it's also in the Venus lunar mansion. These are the Leos that are kind of a little bit more flashy. They're kind of stunting. They want adventure, travel. They're about movement and exploring. So we're going to bring up the chart. We'll talk about it and break down this energy. But it's definitely time, as we get closer to this Aquarius full moon and Mercury going to oppose Pluto, Mars getting ready to go into Libra, Venus, Jupiter conjunction in Cancer getting closer and closer each day, which you'll feel it from the 9th to the 15th. And go watch my podcast from last night. I broke down the Venus, Jupiter conjunction in Cancer on August 12th. You can really manifest in a big way from the 9th to the 15th, but specifically the 11th and 12th, okay? It's magic. So you really want to take advantage of this energy and set that intention to step into the emotional intelligence, getting a new car, a new home, making some home repairs, increasing your finances for your lineage, connecting through your mother's lineage, awakening the divine feminine for the ladies, all these things, okay? So Jupiter is the greater benefic, Venus the lesser benefic, but it's powerful. Let's get to the astro weather charts, all right? Eric Taylor, Big E Astrology. Pew! All right, make it happen Monday, August 4th. Whew, had to clean them glasses. Get glasses, Alice. Do you remember that? It was an old commercial back in the days. Had to clean the spectacles. So, hello, Leo son. So, my boys are Leos. They're off to school. I'm excited. My Gemini is going in a little later the first day. He's getting ready. But see, it's at the 12th degree. So actually, later tomorrow, we'll get in the Venus lunar mansion. Today, we're still in the lunar mansion of the South Node, which, really is very karmic, very spiritual. It does cut, separate, and divide. It can be a little bombastic. But these are the pure, well, in the first decan to 9 degrees, it's the pure Leo. But now in the Leo Sag, but with this lunar mansion behind it of the South Node for a couple days here in the Mercury, there's that energy of desiring a little bit more faith. These could be your Leos that are a little bit more tapped in religion, spiritually, things like that. Okay. And it came off that trine. We felt last night and early in the morning as we were sleeping, 17 degrees, the Sag moon. Okay. And just so you know, we've got a mutable T-square because the Sag moon is squaring the Virgo South Node and the Pisces North Node. Okay. So what does that really mean? Okay. You need an explanation because it's not just like, astrologically. Squares are agree to disagree. They're opportunities for growth. They can be very uncomfortable, combative. And when it's the moon, it's your body health, your intuition, the family you create, your emotional response, your reactions, your tu madre, your mother. So Sagittarius moon is about the wisdom, beliefs, philosophies, the law, what's the right thing to do. It's about movement, adventure, and freedom. It can be very dogmatic and teachy-preachy. So in the T-square to the nodes, this is where we're getting into the ideologies and the philosophies, because it's also finance, about the tariffs today, right? About, international cultures and what's going on, right? You heard about like, oh, well, we've got footage of these hostages, let them go, get a ceasefire, and, they think they can get the hostages by more bombing. So this is something that can come to a head today or really be something that you notice, especially, this afternoon, which I guess over in the Middle East is, or as I'd like to say, Northeast Africa, right, is something for debate or discussion. But remember, the Pisces North Node wants you to have more compassion and empathy, and the Virgo South Node is like trying to tell you to let go of being so critical in the details and nitpicky and perfect. The Sag moon is like, just do the right thing. Get the people, have the tough talk, right? We had to take away a cell phone from a kid this morning. It's just like, do the right thing. There you go. So, also, it's, going to be headed closer to trining Chiron, the wounded healer. I guess you won't really feel that till tomorrow early morning. But as you're going to bed and going to sleep, you'll start to feel that, we're still dealing with, it's coming off of trining Ceres, which is, dealing with food, fashion, how you were nurtured and cared for, secret sorrows, how you nurture and care for others. So Sag Aries, there could be a lot of energy about going on trips. Maybe someone's traveling cross country. We're back to school here in Arizona, but other parts of the country it's after Labor Day. So people are still planning and going on vacations for adventures, having a full day at the beach, things like that. Family reunions, cookouts. So you could see that energy. And remember the Saturn, Neptune retrograde, they're getting closer. And September 1st, it's going to drop back into Pisces. So there's going to be a lot of questions coming back up around your boundaries, your spiritual discipline and practice, your routines, what's real, especially when Neptune returns October 22nd. So these themes can come back up again in your life. But right now, retrograde at 1 degree, there's a lot of stuff where people are dealing with feeling dizzy or just a little extra lethargic, sinus issues. My sinus is a little off today. And that can definitely be because Aries rules the head, Saturn, Neptune. Neptune is disease. Saturn, it's the bones. You could deal with a lot of arthritis, Saturn and Aries, and even rheumatoid arthritis. So just be mindful of that, okay? We're also dealing with this beautiful energy of Venus and Jupiter in Cancer. I'll be your private dancer. So, as the Venus is moving quick, but as it gets closer, like I said, this week, you'll start to feel it around the 9th, this conjunction. But this is just beautiful energy. Good time to clean your home, clean your car. It helps with finances and relationships. Venus, Jupiter is just the two benefics coming together. You got to watch overindulging in the sex, relationships, the food, overspending. You could be, overspending for your home, things like that. But this is also a great time to manifest. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. But Venus in Cancer is very nurturing and caring in a relationship. It's like a warm bowl of soup. It's very loving, emotionally supportive, protecting. This is great for the emotional intelligence, but, really connecting people to coming back home. The Lilith is dancing, and it's back it was in Libra, it's back in Scorpio, and it's been going between Sag and Scorpio and Libra, but it's back here in Scorpio. So the emotions, okay? And we still got Vesta. And this Lilith, is it squaring Mercury or the Sun? Well, it's in a loose square to the Sun. So this is where you could feel confused about trusting your intuition or your heart. Right now, I would say check with your heart first. Because Leo is at home in its domicile, right? It's in a greater power than Lilith and Scorpio. All right, let's get to Tuesday. Remember, this is the day of the moon. You want to relax, introspection. Tuesday, get at it, lift those weights. All right? Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, add Wednesday and Sunday, 5 days. If you take off Monday and Friday, it'll benefit you. Astro of the week. Let's get to Augusto the 5th, Cinco, Big E Astrology. All right, Tuesday. Think about it. Tuesday, the day of Mars, August 5th. Woo. It's not Cinco de Mayo, it's Cinco de Agosto. And the Sag moon is now the almost the cat moon, 29 degrees. So that's what I was saying. It's going to go in a little bit after 12 noon. So a little bit after 1 p.m. Eastern, we will have the cat moon. So then you'll have it all, half of Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we won't get to the Aquarius moon until early Friday morning, okay? Which makes sense. So it's just a Sag cat moon week. But, the Sag moon getting ready to ingress into Capricorn could be kind of extreme. There could be some early, debates about different things, culture, something about biology coming up. And now we're entering in that Venus Deacon, okay? So, of the Leo sun. Now we're getting saucy and flossy, these Leos, all right? From the 5th until, you got 6 more days to the 11th, okay? And then we get into the final deacon, the Leo Aries Deacon. So that's how you could be like, oh, I'm a Leo and someone else is Leo, but you feel like you're like a whole nother person. It's because there's the Leo Deacon, 0 to 9 degrees, 10 to 19, Leo Sag, 20 to 29, Leo Aries. So that underlining energy, along with behind it are the lunar mansions of South Node Venus, and then the Sun at the very end of the fire signs. That gives you another layer of interpretation. These are things I'll be teaching in my astrology course, first level and the second level, okay? So don't forget Uranus and Pluto still in that trine, and Uranus sextiling Neptune and Saturn. So this could be to your benefit, but it also can create some kind of wild weather, which we've been dealing with. And be mindful, when Uranus enters back in Taurus on November 7th, you're going to see some things that are going to come back up around our food supply, our resources, our finances. I think November, we may really step into that digital currency, y'all. Okay? It's already here, so get ready. The Pluto is slowly going to be moving down to that 1 degree. And you see, we still got the Lilith in Scorpio. And, Mercury is getting closer to opposing the Pluto each day. So at 5 degrees, 3-degree orb in opposition, you'll feel it. So Tuesday, I would say all the way to the 12th, there's going to be, and maybe beyond the 12th, but you're going to start to see little trickles of deep revelation and truth being revealed. And this could be in the medical field about AI, which is really different from the engineers to the corporate, I mean, even stuff, like maybe more revelations about, old boy who went to New York, and then nothing to do with the NFL. Blackstone, they lost the CEO. So, he did what he was trying to do. And RIP, it's very sad, But you can't just ice people out of homes. And that was a big thing in Nevada and all over the country. It's really sad. But these corporations are taking away our opportunities to have home ownership, in a big way, overpricing the market. It's morally corrupt, but it's not fair either. It's disgusting. It really is. So, that's about it for Tuesday. I mean, you got the Pluto opposite Mercury, Uranus trine Pluto and Uranus both sextiling Saturn and Neptune. So a lot of the same themes that have been playing out, you're going to see. But as Mercury gets closer to Pluto, there's going to be more things around the government and entertainment that's going to be revealed. And even maybe some like weird images through the technology, maybe some embarrassing things about, the Clintons or Hollywood elite or this and that. I mean, things could be connected to, Jeffrey Epps or whatever, who knows. We'll see. But a lot of revelation, But for you, you've got to do the shadow work and be true to your own heart. You've got to reveal how you've been lying to yourself, how you're not willing to be more generous and step into the spotlight, how you're not being more authentic in your relationships and to yourself. The greatest crime is to lie to yourself, people. Don't ever do it. Let's get to miércoles. And remember, lift your weights today, right? Oh, and Mars. Let's talk about that because Mars is squaring the moon. So you're going to feel that early this day in Sagittarius and Virgo before it goes into Libra. And, that's not going to be good. Something with, health and accounting. And that could really push things away from a ceasefire on the talk on Tuesday. In your own life, just don't get into arguments and debates. No fights with mom. Better tell my boys that, right? One of them's already in trouble. But yeah, Tuesday you could see, different things like that with this Mars Moon square activation. All right, let's get to Wednesday, August 6th, Astro-Weather week, Big E Astrology. All right, miércoles. Look at this. What do I do with my moon over here? The Leo season, 14 degrees. Oof. We're in that heart, right? 15 degrees is like the heart of the season when we get to it tomorrow. But for Wednesday, breath work, walking, journaling, okay? And we got this cat moon. So, great moon. Love it. It's debilitated. But The Cap Moon is at 12 degrees. We'll finish up at around 18 degrees. And then we should get to 24 and then finish up at the end of the day. So maybe if it's moving a little quick, we may get to the Aquarius Moon right before midnight. But it's basically Sag Cap Moon week until Thursday. And, you know, one thing about the Cap Moon, you definitely want to ground in earth and nature, but you're going to be feeling like Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday, Thursday, I got to put in work. Then I could have maybe a 3-day weekend, right? Working over the summer or have a little fun, put your hair down with the Aquarius Moon. But you're going to be putting in a lot of work. I got a lot of work. I got clients and charts and stuff. I got stuff today, but Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, yeah, my schedule's like flooded. So yeah, that's something that you're going to feel energetically. But also you can stabilize your emotions when you get grounded in your physical body. So I would really tap into a lot of breath work on Wednesday. That's going to benefit you. There's nothing really in Taurus or Virgo that it's trining. It will, it's going to trine the South Node. It should finish up at 18 degrees. So as you're going to bed Wednesday night, you'll kind of, some things and memories, maybe I'll have some dreams about my mom. Coming up on the 5th year anniversary of my NDE and losing my mom. So August, September is the end of August, and September and October are a little, I guess for the rest of my life will be a little, nostalgic and challenging for me. But I stay in gratitude because I know that I was a great son and took good care of my mother, and I know that she's proud of me, and I know that I am alive and I have breath and I have my brain. I didn't have to wake up and remember myself, my family, and be able to function. Yeah, I got some shoulder and back issues, but with all that I went through, it's a miracle that I'm alive. So I'm in super gratitude and such, great doctors and nurses. And there were some that were not, but there were some great ones. And I'm in a lot of gratitude, especially some of those respiratory doctors or whatever. They were, especially the ones that gave me my voice box first thing in the morning. There was this one brother, he was great. I appreciated him. So that's Wednesday. Go for a walk, talk to a tree. Ask a tree for some wisdom and insights and knowledge. You never know what you may hear back. Close your eyes and just do some toning, right? We did a little meditation last night with the boys. It was nice. We were trying to do light language, but they just were in silly mode, and that was a little harder. So we shall try again. It's a challenge, but you have to make and push your children to places that they may not want to go. You're the parent. You've got to doing the right things. They may not appreciate it at the time, but they'll thank you later. And you're doing the right thing, so do it. We got a little hiccups, but we're going to get back at it. We got to do it. All right, let's get to Thursday, August 7th. Astro-Weather week, BigEAstro. Astrology. Thursday, the day of the planet Jupiter, which is flossing on us, getting closer to Venus. Okay, things are looking nice, you know what I'm saying? 5-degree orb, that's a nice, tighter conjunction. You're feeling it, In terms of the manifesting, I would probably say around the 9th of August full moon, because it's a 3-degree orb, but this 5-degree orb, you're feeling it. You are feeling it. Mm-mm. And the trine to Lilith too, you are feeling it. And this is what I do. So Lilith, are you? Oh, she's dancing away. She's squaring Mercury, Pluto. So we've got a fixed T-square here on Thursday. Mercury, Pluto, and Lilith. Whoa, something explosive is coming, Lucy. This is Not the Empire Strikes Back. The Mystery Strikes Back. Something's going to be revealed, an entertainer or politician with an affair or something that happened. Watch. I may have to clip it. Something's coming down Thursday. Okay, so pay attention to that. And things could be in your life. Listen, this is not a time to deal in secrets or lies. You got to stay in truth. I'm not saying I'm perfect, anybody's perfect, but boy, do not get, first of all, don't lie. I don't lie. I don't like liars. But do not get caught up in stuff. This energy is going to be one to kind of bring it out and reveal it. Bring it out. And the Cap Moon, like we said, around 24 degrees. Yes, 24, 23, 24. So, yeah, 6 degrees. So it will get to Aquarius around midnight. Okay. So you will start to see that Aquarius moon, right? Like probably like literally like 11:45 p.m. Eastern. And then we'll finish up maybe at 0 or close to 1 degrees. So when I see you Friday morning, we should be at 6, at the most 7 degrees Aquarius. Which makes sense because the Aquarius full moon is in the early morning on Saturday before Coffee Talk, 3:55 a.m. Eastern. So it totally makes sense. So enjoy Thursday because now Mars is in Libra. So as soon as it jumps in, it's opposing Saturn and Neptune. This is the day with Pluto, Mercury, Lilith square, Mars opposing Saturn, Neptune, and then Mars and Libra in a grand air trine. There's going to be a lot of communication and revelation being exposed. Thursday's going to be wild about truth. And some things can be revealed that benefit the people who are trying to get the freedom and liberation and move forward in consciousness. So maybe some little confirmation for people who've been like, oh, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm telling you the truth. And then it's like, boom. And then your friends are like, whoa, I believe you now. They have no choice. That's kind of that conversation. Because you got Uranus, Pluto, Mars in a grand air trine. But then you got this T-square with Lilith, the Sun, and Pluto. So, whoa. Entertainers and politicians are not going to be happy about this one. Or anybody in the Leo Aquarius axis with the fixed signs that have not been more authentic or dealing in any secrets. This Lilith is on my ascendant, so I'm going to be feeling very primal and carnal. Wednesday and Thursday, but definitely Thursday. So with this energy, should be interesting. I would try to avoid, don't argue with your father. Don't do that. That's not going to be good. And dad could catch you in some lies or secrets. And think of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's all about relationship, communications, and technology. So there's going to be some announcements probably on Thursday too. I feel like there'll be something announced to distract us from some truth being revealed. That's what Thursday looks like. All right. So enjoy the Astro-Weather week. Oof, I'm feeling something in my kidneys. Thursday's going to be wild. And enjoy this Cap Moon. What are you building? How are you building? Are you having boundaries? Are you being disciplined? Structures. And sorry, that Cap Moon was obviously opposing Venus and Jupiter on Wednesday. And I forgot Tuesday, Venus, and then on Wednesday, Jupiter. Okay? Totally forgot to mention that. And, that's not bad because you can, you could have some issues, with finances or back to school clothes or summer clothes with partner or, fashion faux pas. and then some discussions about your beliefs and philosophies about the home, those types of things. I hope that makes sense. All right, so Astro-Weather week, and hopefully you sign up for Coffee Talk and take advantage of the Leo birth chart sale and join my tribe, my community, okay? Because that 5th tribe meeting is at 8/8/8, August 8th, 8 p.m. Eastern, this Friday. Eric Taylor, BigE Astrology, Astro-Weather week report. Pew! Yeah, that's it. My London shirt. Yeah, I remember in '04, I had a good time. Went to London, Amsterdam, Paris, Belgium. Man, one of my friends. It was awesome. Very fascinating. Learned a lot, had a lot of great experiences, and saw America in a different way. If you've never left America and you're from here, you got to leave so then you can see it from other people's eyes. But then you also have to have an open mind. Don't go traveling as an arrogant American. You got to be open-minded and kind of see how they view us. It's powerful. So join and sign up for my tribe. www.community.bigeastrology.com. $18 a month for premium with discounts from Sabale Pure, BigE Astrology, Life to Plant Way, Smoke the Creator, so many others. And Coffee Talks for free, or the basic $5 a month. And either one, you get the tribe meetings, and with the $5 a month, you get discounts from the podcast guests as well. So reach out, and email me for the Leo birth chart sale, eric@bigeastrology.com, and also to sign up for Coffee Talk. Saturday, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, 2 hours, $22. Virgo solar eclipse, Pisces lunar eclipse. Probably will be on Wednesday or Thursday with a podcast. We'll see. May have to do Wednesday, just the way the week is. If not, I'll definitely be on Sunday night. And then next week, I've got special guest Micah Dank, astrotheologist, and that's going to be next week, either Wednesday or Thursday. We're going to try to live stream it so he can be in the chat. But I got back to school night with the kids, so I got to work the schedule. But I'm recording with him on Monday. It's going to be powerful. And he's got a powerful presentation. And, you will see, how astrology is connected to the Bible, but also we'll talk about it, how it's in the Torah and the Quran, like I've been telling you. He's done the work and the research. I've seen it just from, interpreting things, but he's put in dedication, and he's got a book series, something about the rabbit. I think he has like 6 books. Brilliant writer, and he's a great researcher. So Micah Dank, he's also on Rumble. And I will tell you officially when I'm there, but I'll be announcing that I'll be showing up on Rumble soon too. And I'm starting a new channel where astrology meets tarot. That's not the name of it, but the channel will be premiering our trailer on August 12th at Venus-Jupiter conjunction. And then our first sort of major video will be coming out, I think, August 23rd and 24th. All right, so, and this is with Elena from Searchlight Tarot. So it's going to be big. It's going to be for the people. All right, so I hope you're ready. I hope you, enjoy all what's going on as the channel grows. Wifey is hard at work trying to help me finish up my book. It's going to be incredible. Astrology, the basic foundations, and a whole new twist and perspective that I hope you really resonate with. That is, going to be powerful. So if you want to book me for any podcasts or interviews or public speaking events, you could check out my media page on my website, BigEAstrology.com, or just email me directly, eric@BigEAstrology.com. I've been doing a lot of different podcasts lately, but definitely available for television, radio. And then I've got a documentary, NDE documentary coming out, Interdimensional, in the winter. Really excited to be a part of that with my Ascension Institute family, with Elle, Sarah Maga, and Michael and other people. So this is, Sean Leather. Vincent Cassius, so many people. It's King Cassius. Yeah, it's awesome. All right. I love you. Astro-Weather Week, Eric Taylor. Big E Astrology. I'm making moves. Oh, and September 13th. Okay. Live readings. Eric Taylor, Debbie Solaris. You don't want to miss it. We may cap how many people, but it's going to be about 2.5 hours. $36. We're keeping it really cheap, but it's going to be first come, first serve. So when it gets launched, you want to sign up quickly. It's going to be on debbiesolaris.com. Okay. 6 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, September 13th. And then Anjani Segrest and I'll solidify the time, but it's Saturday, September 27th. That may be 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern. The Chiron from the wounding to the medicine, to the healing. Okay, it's going to be powerful. So we have a presentation and we'll do some live readings as well. So, and we have to see the price. We were thinking $28, but it's going to be a lot of work and maybe a little bit more. But you don't want to miss it. For those that missed with the Rebecca Vidanoff and I Navigating Ascension, we're going to do another one end October. But you missed a doozy. It was on fire. Thank you, Rebecca, in the Akasha. And go follow me on TikTok, X, and IG. I appreciate it. I love you guys. Astro-Weather Week. Big E Astrology. Pew.